welcome to 8801 Cheviot Road, Colerain High School. It's Colerain Cardinal football on Waycross Community Media as your Colerain Cardinals play host to the Lakota West Firebirds. I am Brandon Wyatt alongside Brian Wyatt, and we are Colerain, bringing you this matchup as the Cardinals take on the leading team in the GMC, the Lakota West Firebirds.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you please welcome to the field, the visiting Lakota West Firebirds, the head coach, Tom Bolden.
As you see, Lakota West takes the field. They are in all white with the black helmets this evening. The Cardinals, as you'll see, will come down in black uniforms.
It is senior night here at Colerain, so a big night for them. We had a little bit of pregame celebration, but hopefully we're celebrating as much after the game as we do during the game. But they're going to be tested. The leading, coached by Tom Bolden, leading Lakota West Firebirds, coming here undefeated in the league, and their only loss was to St. X. Then they've kind of run the table ever since, beating Oak Hills, Princeton, Hamilton, Mason, and Fairfield. And I tell you what we're watching tonight is they've got a good offense, scoring 245 points a game, but it's in all their games so far, they've only given up a total of 85 points. This Colerain youthful offense and team in general has a big test tonight ahead of them.
Cardinals get set to take the field.
Yeah, so players to kind of watch during this game. Lakota West is led by the coach's son, Tom Bolden's son, Mitch Bolden, has thrown for 1,122 yards and 11 touchdowns with 4 interceptions. He's also running for 6 touchdowns. Leading runner for their team, Cameron Good, 543 yards. He's averaging almost 6 yards a carry and leads them with 9 touchdowns. They spread the ball around as far as their receivers, but they're talented as talent could be. They got 2 players, you'll hear them or not, on both sides of the ball. Jair Brown along with Alex Afari. Huge recruits.
Yeah, I would say Brown is the bigger name going to Ohio State, but I think it's Alex Afari is the one who makes the plays.
I saw him walk on the field. That kid is 6'3". That's just a Division I athlete.
He's going to play next year at Kentucky. Unfortunately, Bearcats could not snag him. But
and you'll see in your picture, too, offensive lineman 77, Shabula Tigre, an Ohio State signee.
So they're very large, which will be a problem for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I watched them warm up, and they've got the big offensive linemen, and they don't look too overwhelming on the other sides of the offensive line. But defensively, it looks like they put all of their size on the defensive line, which we've seen is going to give Colerain probably a hard time. Undersized offensive line is going to be about quickness and execution into this game.
So because tonight was senior night, there was a lot of pregame festivities, and as such,
we don't see that.
The coin toss did not take place immediately, so it usually happens after warm-ups, but the Cardinals had their senior night presentations and pictures with the families beforehand, so we're getting this live look in at the coin toss.
Yeah, Colerain's going to be led by Zacharias Jennings at quarterback. 525 yard rushing, 265 yards passing, but the men to watch, M.J. Flowers, 1,034 yards rushing and leads the team with 13 touchdowns.
There are lots of silly rules in high school football. This is the example of one that makes no sense to me. The fact that you can only have 4 captains, and you have to have an even amount of captains. So they have to 1, 2 or 3 or 1 or whatever the number of captains have to stand back. Just let all the kids just stand back.
Well, yeah, it looks like Colerain has got 5 captains, but 1 can't participate. Lakota West has 6 captains and 2 can't participate.
It's just silly.
We're still waiting for the coin flip. I don't know. You got a quarter? I got a quarter? Oh, they found a quarter. In today's paperless society, I don't think people carry around a pocket full of change anymore like they used to. looks like Colerain has won the toss and deferred to the second half.
They deferred to the second half.
Yeah, Colerain right off the bat.
Colerain will be picking up for Lakota West.
So the Cardinals kick off, which is...
It's been interesting. I watched the warm-ups, and in the last couple of weeks, we've seen him go just strictly to the squib kick.
Yep.
Jason Young was kicking it into the end zone pregame, so I don't know if he was hurt. You know, it's a coach's choice. We haven't given up any big returns, but we'll give up the 335. If you can keep it behind the 35 in high school, I'm happy with that. So if you can get a squib kick with no return, and they've had a couple times where the ball has been tough to handle, so you get very limited or almost no return. So it's not a bad thing not to try to kick the ball up in the air every time. We said looking at common opponents between the two, both teams have played Oak Hills. West got away with 43-17, Colerain 32-19. Both played Hamilton. Lakota West was 49-13, Colerain 27-6. Both teams played Mason. Lakota West was 28-7, and Colerain was 21-16. Take that for what you will. Yeah, Colerain's young team has been getting better and better as the game has progressed.
Also, number 1, Brown Jair.
Brown back deep, along with Alex Ferris. The two mentioned the SEC and the Ohio State commits back deep for the Firebirds.
I think a slight delay because the kicker does not have a football. There it is.
That would delay things. The Firebirds have adopted the black helmets this year, full-time.
They seem to change every other year. I kind of like this one.
I think they also switched from having the Wisconsin W on the side to having a little bit of a Firebird on their helmets. So we're all set to go. Young set to kick off. It is a pop-up short. Caught about the 10 by a far. He's going to look to make a move down the sidelines, and we're going to say he stepped out. Just short of the third, nope, right at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Firebirds will have their opening possession.
Yeah, Lakota West, they were playing the return man up, probably anticipating that squib, and just got a little pop-up there. Really didn't get a lot of deep, but allowed the pursuit of the defense to get him there. Kind of pinned him to the corner, and yeah, as I said earlier, as long as he's in high school, if you can keep him inside the 35, you've done your job. Lakota West starting their first possession of this game at their own 30.
And they will start with Brown on offense. It's a question for both teams. Kenny Willis, I think, for Colerain, but Brown and Afari are offensive weapons, and how much do you get them involved? The team that has a great defense, but sometimes struggles offensively. Bolden fakes, looks, double move right at Kenny Willis, and couldn't tell if Trent Boyd dropped it or Willis knocked it away.
Kind of a combination of both. They tried that hitch and go on the outside, and it was there. It looked like Willis turned around just in time enough just to get a little bit of a hand on it.
Lots of window dressing there, using Brown. On the opposite side of the play, but goes to Trent, tried to go after Willis, and that's not there. They'll compact the formation. This is an adjustment they made here later in the year. Found success of it of late. Handoff up the middle, slip, and not much going there for Cameron Good.
They're going to give credit to Lord Jarman for that tackle, but Lakota West running back was pretty much on the ground. Turf Monster got him. He was going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Colerain's going to bring in an extra defender. Go to their dime package.
Afari comes out for Lakota West. They'll go 4 wide. Bolden head fake, snap, takes it back, sets up, and he's hit immediately In the backfield, Lavert Jarman, not the biggest man, but he makes the first big play of the evening with a sack for the Colerain Cardinals.
Yeah, usually we see him coming from the outside. With this extra defender, they moved him inside.
That's just a blown assignment up front from Firebirds. He went untouched.
Yeah. If there's anybody on that defensive line linebacker you want to block, it's number 20 out there. And
typically you have a rule like inside over linebacker. In this case, it's Jarman. You would try to block him first.
So that's going to bring it back. The punter's going to be kicking it from his own 10-yard line. Jason Young's going to be setting up about midfield.
A little confusion and not a good punt at all. Shank, and this might not get very far. We'll see the referee walking up, and it will be marked at the 33-yard line, and I couldn't ask for a better start for the Colerain Cardinals.
Great field position, just about a 20-yard kick. Just 3 yards past the original line is where they started their possession at. So Colerain starting their first possession, 10:25 left to play in this first quarter. This Colerain offense is going to start on the Lakota West 33. This is one of the best defenses that we're going to see this year.
Not going to run around a lot of people, not going to run over a lot of people, but if they can execute up front, they can get something going. Here we go. Traditional formation. Jennings shows Shannon in motion. It's going to be a handoff. Flowers. He's going to get right to about the 30-yard line. Maybe just short game on first down.
Yeah, just traditional offense. Just start the game off. Feed the fullback. If it's not there, pull it back. Quarterback run outside, makes the pitch. But establishing your fullback early in this offense is key. And it looked like he got to the 30, but they're only going to give him to the 29.
Well, I wouldn't even be surprised if that was just a straight give. That wasn't even an option, Mark. Back on the side of Jennings. No motion. He's going to keep it. That's just a quarterback keep right off the line of scrimmage. He'll take it, pick him about 3. It's up to about a 3rd and 4.5 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, we saw this kind of as the season progressed. This wasn't a play that really kind of started the season. We saw that often. It's not a read, it's anything. It's just a quarterback follows fullback off the weak side of that offensive line. You got a hat on a hat, so you just, Lakota West has just got to make a play.
Trying to catch the defense shading one way there. What is the offensive coordinator doing? He's just blown 15 seconds off the play clock.
Yeah, it's 3rd down and about 5. Play clock down to 9.
There's confusion coming from the sidelines, and they were forced to use a timeout.
Yeah, not sure if it was your young quarterback couldn't understand the player that put that one on the coach.
It looked like the coaching staff tried to change the vibe of the play, and then couldn't decide. By the time they made the decision, looked up and realized the clock was getting low on the play clock, so it's timeout called for the first. No damage here in the first half. It's not really.
It doesn't hurt too much because you can think about the play, call the play you want, and get set. What it does is down the road when the clock could be at the premium, you can't waste timeouts, certainly.
Prefer not to waste timeouts, certainly. So as it is, 3rd and 4.5. They're at the 28. They need to get to the 23 and a half.
It's a long 5.
I was going to say a long 5 or a short 4. Or long 4, short 5. But motion handoff Flowers, and he's going absolutely nowhere. It's going to be 3rd down. He might have even lost a yard in the play.
Yeah, didn't try to fool anybody right there. It was, again, just a straight fullback dive. Gets back just to the line of scrimmage.
Down in distance here. You're too far away from the field goal. You probably don't want to punt, so Cardinals go for it here. 4th and, again, about 5 for the Cardinals.
You've already burned up one timeout. Don't want to see them do the no play, try to get a draw them off sides.
Red Jarman has checked in for the Cardinals. Oh, they nearly got a person to jump. Nope, they're going to run it. It's a counter up the middle. Shannon kick it through. He'll be just short, maybe about 2 yards. There'll be a turnover on downs, and the ball back.
down to 8:14 left in this first quarter.
First down and John, number 5.
In one possession. Both teams going 4 and out. Dakota West.
Well, one team went 3 now with the shank punt, the other team went 4 now. But yeah.
They both ran 4 plays. So now Lakota's going to take over at their 25-yard line.
Bolden still in the gun. Will operate there most of the time. Handoff, Cameron. Good. He finds some space. Still not much going. Cameron good. Slide out of that pile of humidity, but there just wasn't much after that.
Well, the speed of the Colerain linebackers closed very quickly. They're only going to give him 3 yards on a play. Correct. The hole was there. He got through that, but that secondary moved up quick. The linebackers collapsed. 2nd down and 7.
Bolden does this a lot, fakes that little head snap. He's going to keep it on a speed option. Revert Jarman closes. That'll be a short game. It'll be 3rd and 5. Now we're going to get a penalty flag after the play.
Yeah, not sure something wild going to happen behind the play. Both teams kind of pointing each other, but I believe they're going to call it on the Ohio State signee.
It's going to be a personal foul on the Firebirds, so it was a 3rd and 5. I'm going to guess this is after the play. It wasn't 3rd and 5. It's going to be a 3rd and 20. 3rd and 15. I'm not sure if it's a 5 or 15.
Yeah, it's a 15-yard personal foul.
Now 3rd and 20. I didn't see it. I can only assume he was going to the whistle. I didn't see anything malicious, but
it was pretty far away from the play. We've got a almost had a replay there. We got to thank the guys from Waycross here. They normally run out of big old trucks, got all their buttons and whistles and cords. They packed it all up in a couple suitcases, so guys are making do tonight.
Ball on the floor. Bolden picks it up, and he's got a lot of space to go. Kenny Willis will track him down. Both West and Colerain get lucky. Bolden get lucky that he jumps on the snap. Colerain gets lucky that the scramble didn't result in Bolden having more space. Good ahead of the play by Kenny Willis, and he makes the tackle.
And good thing for that penalty, because he picks up at least, what did he pick up? 8 yards there? Picked up 8 yards.
Oh, no, it was 15. No, yeah, it was about 8.
Taking them out, almost the same place they did last time, set up at their 10. Jason Young going to be looking for a return here. The 24th didn't get a chance. We got another timeout for Colerain. Colerain had 12 minutes.
They had some confusion in the last set. Confusion about West is not kind of spread it out. They have lots of guys. They don't kind of condense it like you're kind of traditional. They don't spread it out. So you have to account for those guys to cover.
But you should know your personnel.
Yes.
And I believe it's against the rules if you bring an extra guy for extra coverage without taking one out. Again, Colerain's going to burn on 2 of their timeouts already with only 6:28 left in this first quarter. Tell you one thing about these Lakota West uniforms, I cannot see the numbers from far away. So we apologize, we can't recognize the punter, but he's going to be kicking from the 10-yard line. Snap is back, a little slow. He does get it off.
Booming one off this time. Jason Young's going to track back and get it right at the 39-yard line. That's where the Cardinals will take over on their second possession.
You know what's crazy? A lot of times, and rushes himself sometimes. It always seems like he gets almost a better kick that time. He shanked the first one. This one, lots of hang time, no return. 6:21 left in the first quarter. Colerain 39.
So the Cardinals did absolutely nothing in that last drive. See if they can improve anything here.
Looks like they'd spread out the offensive line a little bit.
Jennings keeps it. He's got it around the edge. He's got a first down. It's just got the sideline before he's first out of bounds, but not before he picks up a Cardinal first down.
Good read for the young quarterback. They jump all over the fullback. He had the first couple carries, not successful there in the first possession. This time they all collapse in the middle of the field and a big gain into Lakota West territory.
Let's be clear. He made a good read, but it was also a terrible read by the quarterback who collapsed down on the play.
That's why he's establishing the fullback early. Kind of try to suck those guys in.
Cardinals. Kenny Willis now in the backfield. He's going to take the pitch, try to get the outside, and he's just got nowhere to go. That's not going to work with these two Division I quarterbacks for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and you recognize too when number one comes in on offense, you're pretty much kind of key. That play wasn't disguised very well. Read pretty much before the snap.
So Cardinals back to midfield, lose about 5. It'll be second and 14 officially.
Surprise, really not mixing up the formation back to the wing. Man in motion feeds the fullback again, and there's a nice little run. Still pumping the legs.
It's about the 45, so just as the original line of scrimmage. It'll be third down and 9 for the Cardinals.
So interesting where they're at. They probably, unless they get half back here, will not be going for it. But, you know, you make a more manageable fourth down, probably getting to the 40-yard lines, they might go for it.
It really depends on the outcome of this play. But the Cardinals, we expected this game to be a defensive struggle. Fake handoff rolls. Flowers takes the pass, stays on his feet, reaches right at the line again. A little bit on the spot. A first down for the Cardinals.
Yeah, play action pass. Your best running back right there. Nothing wrong with the linebacker coming out of the backfield. Nice lead. We saw early in the season, Zacharias was a little bit hesitant sometimes early in the game, would kind of hesitate and aim that ball. That pass was just perfect.
Just stick with Zay because there's no R in his name.
Okay.
Jennings, first down for the Cardinals just outside the 35 of the Firebirds. This time, handoff. Flowers falls forward close to the 30-yard line. First down for the Cardinals.
I don't know if they picked it up like that. The roll was there. Jarman and the momentum of the running back, the first contact we made was to the back of his lead blocker. Jarman makes it. Was kind of trying to make the block, but was almost ended up in the way right there. But a big gain on first down. Give him 6. 4 minutes left to play this first quarter.
Charlie in motion. Quick handoff Flowers, and he's got nowhere to go, but he's MJ Flowers. He keeps his feet moving, the pile rolls, and turns into a rugby ball where he's going to roll forward and pick up 2 yards.
Yeah, he's got over 1,000 yards on the season, and most of them are effort yards. He doesn't have the offensive line where he's going to run free almost on every play. He always makes a little bit extra yards after contact.
So 3rd and 3 for the Cardinals. You got to think, no matter the outcome of this play, well, not no matter the outcome of this play, but this is 2-down territory. Not where we were last time for the Cardinals. Motion handoff. Shannon jet sweep tackled in the backfield by Alex Afari.
He read that right away. They're going to lose yardage on that.
Loses about 4 yards on the play. And here's the thing, Alex Afari is listed as a cornerback. But he is right at that size where he can either put on size and be a kind of that star linebacker position at the next level, that 5th DB, but he is one of the playmakers that really shines here. Shotgun now for the Cardinals. I think they're trying to draw him off sides. Snap, and the Cardinals try to get cute, try to confuse them, try to draw the Firebirds off sides, and it looked like MJ Flowers was going to kind of pooch punt it. didn't work. They jump offside. You can't really blame the offensive linemen. They're not used to that kind of formation. It's worth a try. There's nothing gained or lost there, really. So I think the Cardinals might just go to the regular punt formation here.
No.
No. Yeah, they're going to go back to it. Shotgun. No, they're still going to punt. Jair Brown is back deep for the West. Flowers gets it, kicks it. Brown takes it right at the goal line, and he's going to try to find some space. Makes one man miss, can't make a second. He's tackled inside the 10. Out about the 7-yard line.
I know one of the fastest guys in the state, but not a good decision to field that inside the 5. He leaves it alone. That goes easily into the end zone.
I think it's worth the risk when you have a bunch of offensive linemen covering the field.
Yeah, and you also got your running backs and wide receivers down there.
Running backs and wide receivers, not necessarily linebackers. So first down and 10 for the Firebirds at the 7. They'll try to get something going on their third possession. Colerain hands it off to Good. He's got himself. Keep it. Gets to the outside and gets a good gain out. About halfway to the line of the game.
Yeah, it does a good job disguising that play. Just a good feel for the option. He's been starting for a couple years and still just a junior.
I think he doesn't. I don't want him to be the runner, but I think he's the most dangerous weapon because
he's got 6 touchdowns on the year. He's a good athlete. He can run when needed.
Owen keeps it, and nothing there downfield, but there's no defender there to pick him up, and he's got the first down of the evening.
As a quarterback, he's got a slide there. He got the first down, but took kind of an unnecessary hit there at the end, looking maybe for an extra yard. Took a shot. Colerain making pay for that, but he does get the first down to the 22-yard line. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to play in this first quarter.
Tight formation, 4 wide. Colerain takes the snap. He's going to look into the flat. He's got his man. And he's got enough for a first down.
Wow, Boyd got all away with one right there. That's kind of questionable. Get out of bounds. Tayshawn Banks drives him out, but a little bit extra there.
Try to run with the catch.
Well, no, he kind of started to tackle. That's one of those no man's territory. It's kind of tough. He started to tackle inside.
Probably should have got the
but yeah, that was my initial gut reaction. But again, another first down.
Colerain looks, quarterback draw, tries to get through the initial, does. And a good call. Back in the blitz. Mitch Bolden losing about 8 yards. His thing last year, I don't think they had the dynamic running back to make Mitch Bolden. Everyone could keep it. If Lakota West is running the ball, Mitch Bolden's running the ball. This year, I think a little bit the benefit that Cameron Good has really stepped up this year to give them another option that makes that option actually, you have to defend both weapons. Gonna get one last play before the end of that quarter. Cameron Good takes it. He's not going to get much, but he didn't need much to get the first down, and it'll be
about a yard short.
Just short. So that will be the final play of the first quarter. The 1 quarter play here at Colerain High School. It's the Firebirds. Lakota West 0. Your Colerain Cardinals 0.
Exactly like we thought. The defensive struggle coming to it.
Doctors of Lucy Lifelong Clinics and Sports Medicine provide award-winning care in order to keep the Cardinals at the top of their game. But they can do the same for you. UC Health's world-class physicians diagnose and treat all of orthopedic, spine, hand, joint, trauma, and sports medicine conditions. You can find out more at their website at uchealth.com and experience why we see the power of rehabilitative care every day.
The expectations of defensive struggle has been, at least in this first quarter, pretty much the entire time has been spent over the Lakota West side.
We've got plenty of drinks, snacks, candy.
Kind of a band punt. This is the first drive that really is kind of, for any time of established drive, started at 7 all the way out to the
first drive.
41.
It's the first drive with the first down for the Vikings.
So they're kind of a dangerous spot here in midfield. 3rd down and 1. They've got a lot of options. As we said, they will throw the ball, and they've got 5 guys that pretty much have multiple catches. They really don't rely on one receiver. Golden can run. They can run an option on the handoff.
I will say this would be a good spot for a play action.
Yeah, because you're even close enough here that if you don't get it on this one, you can maybe take a chance on 4th down and 1.
Yeah, I mean, if you trust your defense, play action, Bowden, get Brown one-on-one deep over the top. Or you can just hand it off and get the first down. Good. Takes it, and he's met in the backfield.
Getting it. He lost a half yard.
Cam Robinson who hit him first, and the Cardinals make the stand.
And line of scrimmage was on the 41. He gets stopped at the 40-yard line.
That's Tayshawn Banks, the safety. The young man steps up, the sophomore, with a big tackle on 3rd down. It's now 4th, and it was a short one, now it's a long one.
Yeah, they're taking a little bit of time. It looks like they're going to make some substitutions. Not sure. No, quarterback's still out there. Play clock down to 10. So whatever they're doing, they're going to have to get it off, or they're not even going to be able to run a fake.
They're either going to take the penalty or timeout here. And they're going to take the timeout. So timeout Lakota West. It's 4th and honestly, it's 4th and 2.
We'd like to take a moment now, too, to thank our friends at Lakota.
Yeah, closer to 4th and 2 than it is to 4th and 1. Yeah, it's about
1 3/4.
But they're inside their own territory now. Honestly,
it's a good place for a fake, but it's a good place to keep your offense out there, too. This defense has only given up 85 points in the entire season.
And almost haven't been one against the number 1 team.
And Colerain has started almost all their possessions pretty much where we're at now.
And the strength of your team is the weakness. Yeah, let's be honest, the weakness of the Colerain team is their offense. They're not their most dynamic offensively.
So there's about 40 guys in that sideline huddle.
And Mitch Bolden's out on the field. So Dakota West is going to go for it here.
Or he's going to pooch kick it.
No, he's going for it. You got a big Ohio State tackle. I was surprised you just don't run right behind him. Bolden takes the snap. He's going to try to fall forward, and he does not get it. Cameron good. Tackle in the backfield by number 50 for the Colerain Cardinals, Temazin
Tashay's made back-to-back big plays up the middle right there. They were running that quarterback mesh, and it looked like they were kind of really undecided on who's going to carry the ball. Bolden looks like he wants to pull it out,
but Bolden stopped short as well. So loss of 2 on loss of basically a loss of a half yard. Put it officially at the 40-yard line. It's 1st down Colerain.
Yeah, down about 11 minutes to play till half. Again, Colerain has started on this side of the field multiple times, coming away with no points.
Motion pitch. Shannon tries to get the edge and does get it, but it looks like it was going to get a penalty and bring it back.
Looks like he gets the edge with a little help from his friend.
Getting
a hold on that outside there. Yep.
A little different look, not a handoff up the middle, but the pitch to the motion man.
And you said it earlier too. The strength of this, one of the strengths of this defense is their quarterbacks. They've got 2 Division I quarterbacks that can absolutely
fly.
They're
not going to get anything on the edge tonight.
Yeah, so they're bigger and faster than anybody to beat him on the outside. So maybe you can get them overplaying.
Alex Afari is one of the best tacklers in the past decade from a secondary spot.
So snaps back.
Jennings looks. He's just going to tuck it. Find some space, it'll get close to the original line of scrimmage. back to the original line of scrimmage, but
Second down and 12.
it'll be second down and 12 for the Cardinals.
Spread it out now. We're seeing a little different look here in the shotgun formation.
Back to shotgun again here. We saw the first down. A little confusion. Got the Cardinals. I believe every single Cardinal is going to be called for offsides, but the person who committed the infraction was that center.
Yeah, you know, offensive linemen don't like to draw attention to themselves, but if everybody moves except for the guy snapping the ball, it's a little obvious. So they're discussing a little ball placement. What are they discussing, referees? We got it set. The ball's going to come all the way back to the 48. A second down and 18.
To Jennings. Takes it, he looks to throw, man in the air, spinning, and he can't get out of any more tackles. He's going to be sacked for
It's a young quarterback right there. You've got one guy, pocket collapsing around you. He does what he can to get back to the line of scrimmage or close to the line of scrimmage. But the play just well covered. A flag after the play.
I did one of these. It's good to see.
I'm not sure what they're having.
I heard they did all
They're pointing to one of the Colerain running backs.
Tuesday. They like
See if we got lip reader.
beat Mason.
So unsportsmanlike on the Cardinals. And we saw him, the Cardinals got him 15 yards earlier. I have no idea. And Coach Cutright is beside himself. And this is one of those things where you're curious as to why this one referee is just, we've gone this whole year and never seen anything like this. There was no...
Yeah, I don't...
it wasn't... He just demonstratively pointed to Jason Young.
No, it looked like, Jason Young.
Who is pretty of a quiet individual. He's not one...
smallest guy.
It's not like he goes up and gets in people's faces. I have no idea. And
he wasn't up in anybody's faces. They were back in the huddle.
Ball was spotted on the 34.
Just visibly upset. I don't...
We just invite.
So a huge... It's third down and 26.
It's way more than third down and 26.
But that ball's all the way back to the Colerain 39.
It's at the Colerain 34.
34.
Oh, you guys will be back.
Jennings takes it, looks, and that was a huge mistake. No one was looking. Bad play by Jennings, and that was turned into a disaster for the Colerain.
Yeah, that's a running team trying to throw the ball. He throws almost a corner pattern there, and both receivers were kind of just running straight flies down the middle of the field. So he kind of throws it where nobody's at and nobody's...
Well, Jair Brad was right there.
Yeah, he was reading the quarterback eyes right there. So when he caught it, the Colerain wide receivers were continuing their pattern way past him. So either somebody ran the wrong pattern and the quarterback anticipated it, or I don't think it slipped out of his hands, because it wasn't a poorly thrown ball.
No, it was.
Physically.
Was it a duck? It was, yeah.
All right. Your eyes are better than mine.
So Lakota West, who's not had any success offensively, has just been gifted first down inside the Cardinals 30. Bowling going to keep it on the speed option, plowing through, still on his feet, and he's close to a first down.
Really having much success on offense doing anything other than Bolden keeping the ball.
Cardinals earlier were gifted the short field by the Lakota West, who could do nothing with it. The Firebirds here trying to make it fly here. It's a first down to the 16.
And a defensive struggle that comes down to first mistake.
It's the first turnover. Bolden tucks it, keeps it, gets outside of Cam Robinson. He's cut down, short of the line of the game. It'll be second and short for the Firebirds.
Yeah, it was a good read. Colerain was all over that 45 Colerain defense, great penetration up in the middle. They had the running back stopped even before he got the ball.
Bolden keep it. Nope, and the good. Not much going, but he is going to be at the game. Going to be a first down. Maybe they might take a measure.
Yeah, I believe he's got it, but there's an equipment issue. One of the Colerain players' helmets have come off.
It'll be first and goal at the 8-yard line.
I tell you what,
that's the 5-yard line. Bolden keeps it. He's trying to cut through. He made one man miss. Can't make another, but he's going to be just a bit closer to the touchdown.
And another Colerain helmet off. Cam Robinson had to come off, so one of your best defensive linemen now on that play. And they're not going to be maybe the helmet didn't come off on this one. He was just kind of readjusting it. Nope, they're making him come off. Cachet's got to come off.
No, that's my Ante Stanley, who's wearing 51 tonight.
You know what? This Colerain team is killing us. We can't keep up with our roster.
Well, I mean, Stanley's wearing 12 all year, right?
Yeah.
One of the reasons he's wearing 51 tonight.
So second down and goal, ball spotted on the 2.
Well, the hands to good, and he is met in the backfield. He's going to lose 2.
That's one thing for me. If you've got first down and goal inside the 5, it's shotgun formation.
Well, there's no difference.
There's no difference. It's got an appearance of that.
That's the appearance of it, but it's no different. You still get the same line of scrimmage.
But that's going to take on, at 3rd and 2, or 3rd and goal, we're pretty much going to run the ball again. At 3rd and 4, looking something to the outside, play action, quarterback keeper.
See, this is when
play clock down to 10.
They'll get up there, and if it's me, this is where I like spreading it out because you get more space. So the defender would have to make it a timeout by Coach Bolden just before the play clock.
Yeah, the play clock's right there in the end zone. Quarterback did not see that, but that's what you got coaches on the sideline for.
It's a big 3rd down and goal from the 4. I take the opposite approach. I'd rather just spread it out. Make sure there's not all these defenders here stacked inside the box. Make you defend it one-on-one instead. You have all these extra guys, big guys in front of it. And a bunch of traffic.
Yeah, it's a size advantage.
But still, if you spread it out, you can make a guy miss one-on-one and fall into the end zone. But whereas if you make a guy miss, you could still fall into a pile and not be finding space.
But you could spread it on the 2 and do the same thing. I'm just saying. Yeah. And when you need 2 yards, you're pretty much playing run, no matter what formation they're in. But you're right, spreading it out with the speed of the Colerain linebackers and defensive backs that fly up there. So that ball is just inside the 4-yard line. 8 minutes left to play in this half. Still no score. Lakota West trying to be the first.
I mean, if you're the Firebirds, you just throw it right out because there's only 2 defenders on 3 here on the right now. He sends Lloyd in motion. Fakes and handoff, looking backside, no one there. Touchdown, Lakota West. Trent Lloyd.
Yeah, a little miscommunication in the defense. They fake the ball to the guy in motion, so he doesn't get it, and they leave him alone. And he just kind of leaks out of the backfield right there. And 2 Colerain defenders run right past him before the pass. No one there. Lakota West scores. We watch this well-designed replay. Comes in the fake jet sweep. Just kind of sands over there. Your safety's got to stay home right there.
That's not your safety. That's a well-designed linebacker. It's a well-designed play. The guy on the outside is crashing in to keep everyone at bay that way, and it's up to the linebacker. Kick is up. Kick is good at the 7:56 mark of the second quarter. The Firebirds check first. They lead 7-0.
Yeah, it was interesting to see which kicker to use. I looked, and they're kind of half and half of who they use. I believe that one was Braden Brenner.
Fans would like to go to the Southwest concession stand. We've got plenty of drinks, snacks, candy,
and when we talk about points, besides getting shown, it's just everyone. Almost, it seems like it's really kicking. So I think it just kind of more a symptom of the lack of numbers and the kind of the waning. I mean,
well, Lakota West is a little different though. You look at their extra points, and one's like 13 for 15, and the other one's 14 for 15. It's not like one of them's struggling than the other. They're very even. I believe one of them has more field goal attempts, so one of them probably has a stronger leg. So yeah, I don't know how they decide, but yeah, they've both been very consistent on the extra points.
Number 33, Anderson Simpson.
Anderson Simpson's going to be kicking off.
Anderson Simpson, that's Tyler Bone. This kick is up and to the end zone. Cardinals will start at the round 20.
So 7:55 left to play at halftime. I'll tell you, if one thing, it's a quick game. Defensive struggles tend to let the clock go very quick.
I would argue quite the opposite.
41 minutes?
We're not even halfway through the second. We're barely.
Oh, that's true.
What are you talking about? We're not even close to halftime.
I'm just tired. I've had a long day. Maybe it's just me.
Cardinals to the I formation. Jennings keeps it, spins, stays on his feet, and gets out close to the third line of the game.
Yeah, I don't know that if that was as good of a read or he was just kind of hit off the mesh here. They go I formation for the first time, and he hands it to the fullback. Both hang on to it. No, he did. He pulled it out of there. That was the read he wanted. That was a good. He wasn't sure he was going to be able to get the ball away from Flowers. Strong hands right there. Brings up a second down and 1.
Just need the 30-yard line. Down just short of that game. Handoff motion. Flowers breaks through one. Still on his feet. It's a full place to the end zone. He's probably going to get caught, but not before he gets across the 30-yard line down to the Firebirds 25.
Hey, give that credit to the offensive line. He runs hard, but he was untouched coming through that hole there. He's never going to run away from people. He's not your typical runner that you see. He runs hard, and he senses the defensive behind him, but that's, if you can get that running, get the fullback going in this offense, good job by the offensive line, just kind of creating a crease right there.
Shannon in motion. Jennings gives it to Flowers, and he picks up a beat. That's one of those ones the quarterback just gives it to the fullback, saying, this play is dead. Let's keep it the safest here. Let's not risk me fumbling on the outside or on the pitch. That play was blown up from the beginning. So just a
referee's timeout.
Jair Brown had to go get it. His mouthpiece must have fallen out. He was going to get it on the last.
So he played that last play without a mouthpiece?
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's one good thing about these turf fields. You've got the rubber pellets. Back in my day, on a good rainy day like that, you'll find them in a puddle.
Shannon in motion. Handoff. Flowers makes initial man miss. Going to get it to the 20. Set up a third down and 5.
He tried to plant that foot initially, and he might have got a little bit more than he got there. But it looked like when he planted, his foot slipped out from under him a little bit. But
they're firing again. This is 2-down territory the way this game is going.
Yeah, 5:58 left to play till half.
Handoff. Flowers had it spinning, and he's not going to get it. He moved the 15. He's at the 17-yard line. 4th down.
Colerain's kickers have struggle. Well, not as much as their kickers struggle as their long snap and holder kind of combination. You need all three. So at 4th down and 2, ball spotted on the 17. They need the 15. Colerain Cardinals are going for it on 4th down.
So Cardinals bring in a second tight end. No, they don't. They're stick here about a German. Handoff. Flowers, and
They were 2 guys in motion.
Cardinals jump off that.
Yeah, they would have had the first down, but they didn't initially set up correctly. There was a bunch of guys. Now you're running. Now we got another post-possession. I believe the Colerain Cardinals players complaining to the referee, draws a flag. some referees are a little more sensitive than the others.
Honestly, there's no reason that as an adult male should not be acting like that around children.
Well, he's stomping around like
somebody. I mean, I'll give all benefit to the doubt to the referees, but that was childish. Absolutely childish.
Well, we don't know what he said. But
it doesn't matter what the player said. You're a grown man who walks away. He's a kid complaining.
Well, and now you got referees following Colerain players to the sidelines.
For the referee to come stomping over, I mean, it's one thing to say, hey, son, calm down. Hey, son, you're wrong. But he came stomping over the cut right. I mean, I'm sorry, I normally would defend a referee.
I'm usually the one complaining. You're keeping me in line.
And it's not just the Cardinals. I mean, obviously the Cardinals were hard last time. But I'm guessing the one on Lakota West earlier was probably not a penalty. The Cardinals now forced to punt. Drake's going to get it. Gets it off. Brown going to wait for fair catch. That ball will be down at the one by the Colerain Cardinals.
And I've seen it a couple times and it just happened again right there. Colerain lined up, or Lakota West lined up to play earlier, and you're getting the whistle to play to start from the side, not from the middle of the field. So Colerain linemen, luckily they weren't in the three-point stance, turned to see where the whistle come from, and that was the start of the play. They snapped. But I've seen that multiple times happening to both teams. I don't know why the referee in the middle of the field isn't starting the play.
I don't know.
Are they running short-handed?
Don't know. But it'll be first down and 10 for the Firebirds at their own 1 yard line, and they're just going to try to get some space here.
Probably the quarterbacks need to get out of there. Colerain has had penetration when they've handed the ball out to the running backs.
First time under center board it goes. Hands it off, and he'll fall forward for about 2 yards.
Mitch Bolton, the ball carrier for the Firebirds. Brought down by host of Cardinals.
Yeah, they're going to give him 2. We're down to 4:38 left to play this half. Yeah, Colerain's offense, it needs help from this Colerain defense right there. Need to either make a stop, force a turnover, something down at this end.
Again, just keeper this time. Bolden following it, and he's going to get a little bit, but not much up to the 5.
5, and he needs out to the 12. Third down and 7.
So, big substitute, or not big substitution, a substitution of the bigs. Lakota West had a bunch of extra linemen and fullbacks in there on a kind of short yardage situation close to their goal line. They've switched to get their regular offense out back on the field here on 3rd and 6. Now they get a little bit more room. Bolden sends his man in motion. Fakes it, backside screen, breaks one tackle, breaks another, he can't get another. Good effort by Lakota West, but they're going to be short of the first down.
Say screens that close to your own end zone are dangerous to make. It was well disguised. Not sure who that was. Somebody came flying up.
Foster.
Yeah, Miss Foster. Doesn't make the play, but slows him up enough. So again, good field position, Colerain Cardinals, but you got to take advantage of it. Be kicking from his own end zone. Jason Young set up only at his own 40-yard line.
One pretty good kick, one really bad kick so far for the punt team. Low snap, nearly blocked by the Cardinals. This is a much better punt. Jason Young gonna let it go. And that was a good bounce for Lakota West. And we were across the 50 in the Gardner territory.
Again, another one of those where the timing is disrupted by a bad snap. Seems like the more or the less the punter has to keep thinking. He just makes it a reaction kick to get rid of it. He had to rush that one, but does get it all the way out. What is almost to the, what do you got, Colerain 45-yard line. 2:38 left to play till half.
Interesting here for the Cardinals. You don't have any. You only have one timeout. You don't have much time to put any to run the ball consistently because you haven't been picking up big chunks. So we'll see what they do here on first down. I formation now for the Cardinals.
Yeah, we've seen a back pass at times like this. They might just be content to.
And Jennings takes it on the option. He does the smart thing and eats the 1 yard loss.
I agree, and I've heard it time and time again. One of my favorite lines: live to make another play. Take the small loss. Don't give up the bad pitch or the fumble.
And he's got a man bearing down on him, but then he looks up and the guy who's supposed to be the read is going for the running back. So second down and 11 now for the Cardinals. Just over 2 to play in the first half.
Time's back down to 5.
Jennings keeps it, falls forward, back to the line of scrimmage, not much going. Yeah, it kind of looked like Jennings wanted to keep it, but couldn't.
He wanted to keep it, and Flowers wouldn't give it back. Which again is not a bad decision because there's a massive humanity around him. So no gain, third down and 10, 1:34 left to play. Colerain with only one timeout left.
Yeah, so you don't want to give Lakota West the ball back with too much time here. You're unable to convert. Quarterback draw, counter, excuse me. Jennings with a hand for the jersey away from getting the first down, but he's tracked at midfield, and Jennings comes up shaking his head. If he just could get through that arm tackle.
Makes a good read, follows his lead blockers, but a great play. Number 23, that's Aiden Miller.
Well, of course he didn't get through the arm tackle. Aiden Miller, I think, is the unsung hero of the defense.
Tackler.
Yeah, he's the unsung hero of the defense. He's the guy that came in. He's the guy that's going to be as a Division I linebacker that they brought in last year when they didn't have a running back against the Colerain in the playoffs. Gave it to him like 2 or 3 times, and he had like 80 yards on 2 carries.
Still listed in the program as linebacker or running back.
Yeah.
But truly one of the best linebackers. So yeah, Lakota West does call timeout on this fourth down play. 1:09 left to play. That is their last timeout, I believe. So they're going to force Colerain to punt. Jair Brown, the always dangerous.
Jair Brown, very dangerous. Bryce Drake is now your punter.
I was going to say, your
backup quarterback is not a punter. It wouldn't be a bad spot also.
But I think we've seen 6 guys kick this year.
Yeah.
So we don't know if this is something set up or...
No, he punted the last one. West is really playing for a fake, though. Brown going to feel it. Fair catch. 17-yard line. That's what the Fireworks are at 1:04 on the clock and no timeouts.
Yeah, did his job. Got it down there. No return. Great job by your gunner, Jaden Folsom, down on the field. It's about the same time the punt landed. He was standing right there in front of the returner. So, well, I thought each team had one timeout, and the last timeout on our scoreboard was charged to Colerain.
Good. Yeah, that's a mistake. It was on us.
So,
but yeah, we've said this all year. There's not a score. Our scoreboard operator. I mean, I don't know if they just had bad vision from every single place we go. They had struggles.
Well, they're all volunteers, so God bless them.
Cardinals can't let anything behind them here. Bowden takes it, looks deep. He doesn't have much time to throw. He's just going to tuck it and keep it. Pick up a first down close to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it kind of sent everybody just on fly routes right there. Well covered. I think if he waited a little bit longer, it looked like something opened up on the right side, but good pressure. Forces him up and does a good job. Runs out of bounds, stops the clock, 57.
That's not the worst play in the world for you to just to say, if you're going to cover a team, I'm just going to run for 10 yards out of bounds.
Yeah,
every single play.
Picked up 11, stopped the clock.
Dropping back, Bowden looks sidelines. Trent Lloyd with another catch. This one's shorter than the first down line of the 35, but he does get out of bounds. 49 seconds on the clock. Again, Lakota West does not have a timeout.
Yeah, and that little stoppage of play, Colerain's going to make a huge substitution. With Lakota West throwing the ball, they want to go to an extra defender.
extra
a dime package.
Extra defensive back. They don't get in 12th man.
Well,
I know what you mean.
I was counting in my head to make sure that we hit 11 on the field too, with that many guys substituting.
Bolden takes it. Jarman got a great jump, and he's closing. Bolden just gets it off, and it's incomplete.
Jarman got a really good jump, and he caught away with too good of a jump. He timed that. We'll get a great look at it. He's clean.
I don't understand the teams that do the clap, because I mean it just allows the defense to time. I mean I know you can fake clap and clap multiple times, but
well, they called me a couple weeks ago in Middletown because I thought I saw a pattern there, and then when they throw the pattern off, they caught Colerain and they caught me calling a offsides. But it's like so 3rd down and 3, 44 seconds left.
Bolden drops, sets up nicely to Cameron, good, and a good call. He will get across midfield, and if the Cardinals are going to blitz like that, you come over right underneath them with the screen. First down, Firebirds in the Cardinal territory.
You live by the pass rush, you die by the pass rush. This time, good play call by the Lakota West offensive coordinator. Caught him in a blitz at the right time.
First down and 10.
So they actually bring it all the way back. Clock starts in that. We're down to 25 seconds.
I don't know why the clock's there. We ran out of bounds, but Cardinals will take it. Bolden drops back, looking, not there, still downfield, coming back no matter the outcome. That ball is incomplete.
As well covered as you can, even though the guy was 3 yards out of bounds, but even if that was complete, this ball would have came back anyway. Clock stops with 15 seconds left. We've got an offensive holding, and being a spot foul and the shotgun snap and the deep drop.
The holding really wasn't on the line of scrimmage. It was kind of when you're the tackle, you let the guy pass rusher upfield. Well, when Bolden stepped up, the pass rusher has to come back upfield and tackle him, and that's where the holding took place.
Yeah, when the guy turns to run, you've got to release. Didn't get a number on that, but referee called it right away as there's still...
You say the left guard or left tackle?
So it is a spot foul, and they called at the 45, so this ball's coming all the way back to the 35 with 15 seconds left. 5 wide receivers.
Bolden looks. I would call this a 1-3-8.
Pretty much.
Defense for the Cardinals.
Yeah, you've got your nose guy. You got one guy in a 4-point stance.
Drops back, Bolden looking downfield, nothing there. He's going to tuck it, run it out of bounds. Stops the clock with 10 seconds, but just at the 40-yard line. No, he's going to be short of the 40-yard line. The down at this point doesn't matter. You only got 2 plays left anyways with the tie.
Ball spotted at the 39.
Honestly, the Cardinals, I don't put a defender until the 30-yard. I mean,
you do what you do now. You rush 2, maybe 3 guys. You allow Jarman just to do his thing up there, but you leave your linebackers deep to stop the scramble.
I mean, arguably, just a reasonable high school kicker, they got to get
50 yards?
Not 50 yards, like 30 yards. Bolden takes it. He's under pressure, under duress, and he's just going to throw it away with 5 seconds left.
I'm not sure if that might have been Cam Robinson putting pressure up the middle. Kind of got hooked under the chin right there and ran through the high block to put the pressure on. Does stop. 5 seconds left to play in half. But I'm surprised, you're throwing him underneath it, that he just hadn't tried to chuck one deep. But Colerain is camping deep.
I mean, this is one where I send. You did what Colerain did a couple years ago in the playoffs, where you run a screen underneath and try to make something happen. Bolden just got to keep it on a quarterback draw. And that will do it here. After 1.5 to play here at Colerain High School. Lakota West 7, the Colerain Cardinals 0.
Lakota West 7.
Test. And welcome back here as we get ready for the second half play at Colerain High School. The Cardinals trail the Firebirds 7-0.
Yeah, stats from the game, bear with us. Our statisticians, his printer ran out of ink. So we don't have any players' individual stats, but I can give you some team stats. The score, as Brandon said, is Lakota West 7, Colerain 6. First down. Lakota West has only 6 first downs, but Colerain just has 3 first downs. West has rushed the ball 19 times for 64 yards. Colerain leads them 21 yards and 21 carries for 99 yards. They passed for 40. Lakota West passed for 43. Colerain's only passed for 9 yards. So 27 plays ran for Lakota West for only 107 yards. Colerain has run 23 plays for 109 yards. So the big thing, the turnover, the short field, led the one mistake on Colerain's offense, or you give it to the Lakota West defense, turned into their only score at this close a game. That's what it's going to come down to is can Colerain go play mistake-free football and cause Lakota West to make a mistake of their own? Brandon, you got some scores for us from around the city?
Yeah, elsewhere in the GMC, Sycamore leads Hamilton 33-13. Princeton Mason was close until 2 big scores late at half. Princeton leads 27-7 over Mason and then got the onside kick to start the second half. East scores late to pull slightly farther ahead. They lead Fairfield 21-13. And then the battle of winless teams in the GMC, Middletown leads Oak Hills 19-9.
There's some big scores there. So yeah, the Lakota East battling Lakota West at top of league play.
The 2 remaining undefeateds in league play, trying to make sure that they both head into next week's matchups undefeated. Elder leads Canadian Football North 28-14. Springboro over Wayne 17-7. Taft over Hughes 14-0. LaSalle has started their game early. They've already finished. They beat Trotwood Madison 24-0. Withrow and West High started early. Withrow winning 48-0. And up north, the 2 top teams in Region 3, Pick North leads New Albany 10-0. Sinex and Muller don't play till tomorrow.
Yeah, Colerain they won the toss to start the game, so they deferred to the second half and will receive.
Back to receive for the Cardinals. Number 24, Jason Young. Kicking off for the Firebirds.
So they've had one kickoff from the Lakota West Firebirds, and this one was it was not returnable, went into the end zone. So Colerain only has one person deep. Jason Young looking for the return.
And that one will sail into the end zone.
Be a touchback. Ball be spotted on the 20. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
First down and 10. Cardinals will start at their own 20-yard line. Which is interesting in high school that every other level of plays move the touchback up to the 25. But it is what it is.
Lakota East 21, Fairfield 13 at the half.
Well, it should be interesting to see what Colerain did have some success on offense. I mean, they had more yards than Lakota West, but kind of some stupid penalties and a couple little mistakes. But it looks like they're going to start off doing a little bit something different. They're coming out of the shotgun.
Pistol formation. Willis in motion. Jennings takes it and false start on the Cardinals. Probably the best, because I think Flowers, well, it's probably be at the same, because I don't think Flowers is getting much of anything there anyway.
Yeah, they read that right away and they stepped up on it, but I didn't see anybody move. I don't know if maybe Flowers turned up field a little bit before the pitch.
That would have been during the play. I think it had to have been, the far official there called it, so it had to have been something right there. Maybe the wide receiver flinched on the outside. Still in the gun. Jennings takes it, rolls right. Looking, finds a receiver who can't hold on. Pass was low. But Isaiah King has got to catch that one.
Yeah, it was a little bit low, but it did. It off of both hands. He wouldn't have got much, but he would have got the 5-yard penalty back.
It'll be 2nd and 15 for the Cardinals.
They almost had room to maybe tuck that and run.
I mean, honestly, that was almost Lakota West's most effective offense, was letting Mitch Bolton run and design pass plays. Willis in motion. He's going to take the jet sweep, try to find some space down the sidelines. He's going to pick up a first down, but of course, Alex.
No, he's 10 yards short.
I'm sorry, he's going to be past the original line of scrimmage, excuse me, and of course, Alex Safari there to make a tackle.
It's not a face mask. It's not a horse collar. It's an ugly tackle. He gets him underneath the chin. We see here Willis get to the outside and just catches a clothesline.
I mean, I would say against 90% of the teams, Afari lines up as a cornerback. Tonight against Colerain, he is lined up as an outside linebacker.
Well, he's listed as 6'4". I mean, or 6'3". He's a big guy. Probably, I would guess linebacker at the next level.
Jennings shotgun takes and looks. They're looking one-on-one, and there's a little mix-up. Jennings went deep. Young went to a out pattern, and Jennings' throw goes out of bounds. Well, not quite out of bounds, but to no one.
Well, yeah, luckily there was nobody in that pattern. Another miscommunication. We saw that earlier on one of Colerain's only passes, and it led to that incompletion. Wide receiver, quarterback not on the same page. But that'll bring up a 4th down, and the Colerain punter will be kicking from his own 5-yard line.
Bryce Drake back to punt. And this is exactly the position that Colerain avoided in the last half. Is that nearly was blocked. Not the best punt. Drake's going to get it, and it's not going to go very far.
Yeah.
Willis will down it at the Cardinals 33. And this is the exact situation they avoided in the first half. Short field for the Firebirds.
I'm not sure he didn't get a hand on that one. Drake had to rush it, and he did get plenty of height, but I think that was misdirected. I believe they might have just clipped the Lakota West Firebirds' hands. So, yeah, it's great field position for Lakota West, starting at the Colerain 33.
It's the danger of having the ball, getting the kickoff. You might get trapped deep in your own end and give field position the other way, which is what the Cardinals did to the Firebirds, but couldn't capitalize in the first half. Bolden sends Brown in motion. He's going to give it to him on a jet sweep. So the Cardinals ran a jet sweep with their Division I defensive player. Try to get some space there. They do it for Brown on the Firebirds. He actually might have lost a half-yard on the play. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, great weak side pursuit. They stayed home. Colerain Cardinals kind of read that right away. I don't know if really anybody made the tackle or he just ran out of space and forced him out of bounds. No lanes to run through.
Bolden takes it, hands it off to Good, and he is met immediately. He's going to roll off that pile, keep it moving forward, but again, minimal gain for the Firebirds.
Yeah, the running backs have had no success against the Colerain Cardinals up the middle. The decided size advantage. The Ohio State signee playing left tackle goes to Lakota West. But this quick, and this is really not extremely small Colerain defensive line.
No, it's a fairly average size. I would say the only thing is they got a lot of the kids playing both ends. Is Bolden sends a man in motion. He's going to roll right, try to avoid the rush. He's going to find a man in the flat. And incomplete.
And no replay in high school football. Lakota West receiver saying he caught it, but the referee right there on the spot says it's incomplete. But this is an interesting part of the field. You need 10 yards, but you're at the Colerain 33-yard line?
I'm not sure if he would even have had the first down yardage.
He would have been about 2 yards short.
But it would have made this a more difficult decision.
So they're going to leave the offense on the field.
Wouldn't be surprised to just see a pooch punt here from Bolden.
He is in the shotgun, but he's been there all the time. But
Nope, Bolden's going to step back and pass, find a player. No one over the middle. I don't know where he was throwing that ball at all.
Yeah, he was looking for the seam route there, but there was well covered 2 Colerain Cardinals right there.
The seam route is to the receiver that's like at the 10 yard line. That ball was thrown to the hash mark at about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, there wasn't anybody around. He's almost better to, throw it into traffic and risk a interception. Because if you're not going to put it right there at an incomplete pass, that brings it all the way back. Colerain's going to get decent field position to start. 9:21 left to play in this third quarter.
They're getting to the 33-yard line to start this drive. Back to that I formation. Jennings keeps it. Spaces a good
nice
move.
read.
Cuts it back, spinning away. Out of the tackle, across midfield, and into Firebird territory.
Yeah, caught the outside linebackers peeking in the backfield right there. Jennings, to me, when he made that cut and looked to make that pitch, it looked like he was surprised there was nobody in front of him. He slightly hesitated after he pulled the ball out of the fullback's belly because he was so wide open. There shouldn't be a hole that big.
Coach Cutright getting up on top of the bleachers, the bench to try to get the Cardinal fans into this. Typically, you'd like that for your defense, but handoff Flowers. He'll get about a yard on the play, but Cutright sensing the momentum, trying to change it here for the Cardinals.
Yeah, but you don't want to get your players too hyped. You want to stay up, but you got to stay steady. They almost got away with it. We've seen this a little bit from Jennings, the first-year quarterback. Sometimes gets the play started before everybody's set. Was close to doing that on that play.
Jennings steps, backs, throws to Willis. Little bubble screen. Willis breaks one tackle. He's close to the line to gain. It'll be a Cardinal.
Might be a half yard short.
First down.
Yeah, Willis does a good job hanging on to this and a good lead right in front of him.
Willis made the man on the edge miss. I mean, it was blocked well on the edge, but it still puts Willis one-on-one. He's got to make a man miss, and he made that man miss initially. Jennings takes it, keeps, got some space, tackled from behind, stays on his feet.
Hang on to the ball.
Across the 20, and the Cardinals are rolling.
This is that same play. I'm not sure if the formation has changed, blocking
The
has changed.
formation, I think, is...
But they called Lakota West twice with this same play in this drive.
Is that formation? That formation has got the West defense confused. And in motion, handoff. Flowers cuts it up, breaks one tackle, stays on his feet, still driving. Again, Afari doesn't make the final tackle, but he's the first one to make contact, and Aiden Miller then cleans it up, but Flowers not going to go down to one person. He gets it to the 15-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7.
I'll tell you what, you look at their young safeties, too. They got some big defensive backs. Number 9, Malik Hartford, in on that play. 6'3", 180-pound junior.
Takes it. Jennings keeps, cuts back inside, makes one man miss, but a good job by the defense to clean it up.
Jennings, a ball carrier for the Cardinals.
Yeah, crowd didn't know. We're kind of reacting on that slam to the ground, but that's just a continuation of the tackle. Nothing dirty there.
It's not like you're just tackling him in the play.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, but does that done 3rd down and 3. 4 down territory, 6:26 left to play. Colerain trailing Lakota West 7-0, trying to make something happen.
This young Cardinal offense has been asked to step up, and right now they're trying to do so. And the Cardinals jumped off sides.
Yeah. Again, it was the timing between the motion man and the snap and the quarterback. Shouldn't be happening this late in the season.
All the momentum the Cardinals had. Push it back. It'll be 3rd and 8.
3rd down and 7.
Now, it's not the end of the world. I still think it's 4 down territory regardless, but.
Yeah, Willis is going to come in the ball
They
game.
got it. One more guy says German. Someone's got to come out for the Cardinals and do so before they break the huddle. Plenty of time on the play clock as the Cardinals get to the line of scrimmage. Jennings takes it, pass quickly to Willis, and all over it, Firebirds. Immediately read it, no gain. Man, lost a yard on the play.
Yeah, it was successful the first time you run it, but obviously they overplayed Willis on that. Really didn't disguise the play at all. Does center the ball to the middle of the field. It's going to make it a little bit easier for the place kicker.
Alex Young, the senior.
But we've seen in the last couple of weeks, they've had a couple blocks. Nothing's easy on special teams.
It'll be a 34-yard attempt for the senior on senior night. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is good.
Yeah, we got a flag on the play, though. Not sure what's going to be called. Look, Lakota East, did they call them for kind of jumping the line of scrimmage? And they're discussing it. Maybe, did Colerain not have enough guys in the backfield in legal formation?
Yeah, not guys on line of scrimmage. You can have.
Looks like he's going to wave it off. Watch this. Watch this. No? Yes? Nope, he waved it off.
Waves it off. No flag. Points on the board. Colerain puts 3 points on the board with 5:09 to play in the third quarter. It's the Colerain Cardinals 7. Or excuse me, the Lakota West Firebirds 7. The Colerain Cardinals 3. And also gives the opportunity for the Cardinals to really flip the field. They are pinned to start that half deep in their own end. Now they got a chance to return the favor and pin the Firebirds deep.
Well, Colerain defense has sustained the battle so far, kept them close. Offense has moved the ball. As I said, offense has more offensive yardage than Lakota West. But every time they got kind of in the scoring area, they've done one stupid little mistake. You know, you hate to say because, you know, got a lot of sophomores playing, and this late in the season, these sophomores should be playing like juniors and seniors.
But the Cardinals will not get shut out in this game. They will make sure of it with points there.
Number 90, Alex Young.
Oh, he said to kick off. I swear he said the PA announcer said timeout. I'm like, why would they call timeout? He said kick you off. I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
Get off your phone.
Threw me off for a second.
Checking up on scores. Alex Young's going to be kicking off. Afarian Brown deep. Now, Tom Bolden has pulled the officials to the sideline. Wants the explanation of why the flag was picked up, I'm guessing.
Well, honestly, the way this game, he just wants to know what the heck's going on.
Yeah.
He's not upset with or he's not.
No, we know Tom. He would be throwing a hat or a clipboard if he was upset.
He's not happy. He's going to be upset no matter what they tell him.
But I think, yeah, that the call was waved off and it was overtime Colerain side. So maybe the official on that side didn't give him an explanation. But now I believe the explanation he's got, he doesn't like.
Yeah, I mean,
we know
even
Tom.
if they gave him the exact answer he wanted, he'd be unhappy.
Tom's getting a little bit more animated with the officials. And luckily this is kind of a dead ball and they're not charging him with delay of game because he is past the 20.
I mean, let's be honest.
With as sensitive as these referees have been tonight.
I was going to say, as sensitive as they've been tonight, he's really pushing it because we're going on over 2 minutes where they're just letting him argue. For as quick as they were with the flags in the first half.
Wait, and Tom's still not done. Tom's still not done. All right, they finally walked away. Here we go back to the kickoff.
Referee's still not set. They had to break apart.
As we said, 2 Division I guys back to return the kick. Either one of them can take it the distance.
Last time was a bit of a pop-up, and the same thing here. He's going to put it,
Get a bad hop. Get a bad hop.
right about the 20-yard line. Ball's loose, and the Cardinals are on it.
Yeah, that ball bounced in front of it. The return man cannot get to it. As soon as he picked it up, that Colerain defender hit him right away. That ball popped loose. And I'll tell you what, luckily it was that close to the sideline, it stayed in bounds. So the first big mistake for Lakota West, because we watched the replay right here, just a pop-up kick to a no man's land. Kind of bounced, the receiver picks it up and hit right away.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be Alorm Nevis who made the hit. And I don't think Avari probably ever hit it cleanly. And it'll be the sophomore Corey Myrick who comes up with it for the Cardinals.
So Colerain's going to take over at their own at the Lakota West 21, 5:06 in the third quarter.
Jennings takes it, keeps it, cuts it back inside, stays on his feet across the 15, and he's got about 7 on first down.
Again, Flowers not having the best night, but we've seen from both teams the most success that they've had is with the quarterback running. Colerain's this young offense got to keep your composure.
This is one where you have that big play, and you got that sophomore is not a sophomore anymore. At quarterback has got to calm that offense down, make sure they don't get overhyped. And again, they've killed themselves with penalties. You hope not to get it here. And Alex Safari makes another play.
He overplayed the fullback right there, and he's actually bigger than the fullback. And there's just nowhere to go.
I mean, I know Jair Brown is fast and going to Ohio State, but Alex Safari is one of the best defenders I've seen the Cardinals go against.
You've tooted his horn for a couple years now, but he's one of those guys, maybe measurables. We don't know what his 40 time is, but he makes plays.
He just makes plays.
It's football instincts.
There's a little confusion.
Colerain's got to call a timeout, and they had 12 guys on the field.
Cardinals are going to have to call timeout. And that's the danger that sometimes happens when you got two-way players. And it looked like Jarman was supposed to come out and did it there. Cardinals will use a timeout.
That is just the first one that they've used this half. Still 2 remaining.
And let's be honest, with these two teams, I don't maybe even more so with the Cardinals, I don't know how much timeouts matter, because if it comes down to it, I don't know if either team is throwing the ball down the field to win the game. But still, the timeouts are still important.
Yeah. Bolden has thrown for over 1,000 yards, but tonight really hasn't had the time to get the ball loose. So 3:59. Let's call it 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Colerain trailing 3-7. 3rd down and 3.
Cardinals have really struggled in this kind of down and distance, getting the first down.
Well, they had trouble down and distance right here, getting the play off.
Different formation look, and false start on the Cardinals again.
And again, you make the substitutions, you take the timeout, you run a play, and the timing between the quarterbacks and the guys in motion, there was definitely movement again.
3rd down and 8, ball on the 19.
So now it becomes 3rd and 8 for the Cardinals.
So I don't know. Is it a center issue? Is the center slow on a play?
I don't know.
I mean, anything we'd say would just be speculation, but too many times in that 3rd and short situation, with a little bit of motion, that you just have too much motion.
I mean, it seems like the Cardinals are taking forever, but they haven't set
the play clock. They haven't started the play clock. They're waiting on their officials.
I don't know what's going on.
There's a discussion to the one official here on the Colerain side has got his hands up holding the play up.
It might be they had to put a second back on the clock. That's what it was. Clock. So
they couldn't have just held their finger off for a second. I know. Sometimes logic is not logical.
It's not logical. Cardinals set. Jennings takes, keeps, gets around 1, cuts it back, and he's going to be just short of the 15-yard line.
Yeah, nice play. He's going to get part of it back, but here comes it's going to be your field goal unit.
You take the points, and right now, Cardinals have controlled the second half so far.
But again, a 3rd and short turned into a 3rd and long.
Now, it'll be interesting after that long discussion from Coach Bolden about what was incorrect or what was correct. So Cardinals don't get called for it here. Snap is back, hold us down. Kick is blocked. Still loose.
Still loose. It doesn't matter unless one team can pick it up and run with it.
No, it doesn't matter. The ball is blocked. Kick is blocked. Lakota West will take it up over around their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, happening way too often here at Colerain. It was a high snap, but way too much penetration on the left side. It had an extra point blocked and a field goal blocked against Lakota East. But you know that it's still a one-score game. It'd have been easier if it got a second field goal, then all they would need a field goal, only 4 points behind. So again, you're placing your defense again to make a big stop, big turnover to help the offensive out.
Honestly, it kind of puts us right before where it would have been without the turnover. West with it at their own 30. Bolden takes it, keeps his quarterback, keeps it left, and he's got some space on that side. Get behind that big tackle and gets a first down.
Yeah, the most success they've had. He was keeping it himself anyway. It's disguised as a read option, but that's just pageantry right there to kind of.
It's just window dressing to set up the counter and the pulling lineman.
So again, we've given official
reset the play clock.
So the ball out to the 41, 2:50 left to play in the third quarter.
Bowden sends him and Lakota West jumps.
Yeah, I believe it was number 13 on the left side. Not sure if he's playing wide receiver or tight end, but they run motion. We've seen the clap, the fake clap by the quarterback, but this time Lakota West wide receiver rocked.
First and 15 for the Firebirds. Boyd in motion. Gonna swing it out on a wide receiver screen. Try to get some space, not much going. And he's ran out of bounds after a minimal gain. Good play by Tayshawn Banks, the other sophomore, with a big tackle.
Brought down by Cardinals, number 14, Tayshawn Banks. Ball spotted on the 43. Second down and 13.
It looks like Willis is on the sidelines with a cramp, so he'll miss this play.
Yeah,
Donovan Dillingham checks in.
Luckily Dillingham got a lot of playing time with Willis down early. You will lose a little bit in size and speed, but he's got just as much experience.
A Apple cell phone. It has a black cover on the back.
And timeout Lakota West.
The crowd goes completely silent as the announcement of a found cell phone.
No, they're silent because they're trying to figure out why all of a sudden the play had stopped.
Well, it's a kind of a little bit of both.
Kind of you're easily distracted by shiny objects.
Well, it's kind of too. I could take a situation and warp it and turn it.
I don't
and
know
make it
what
about something.
Bowden is so upset about.
I guess because the injury was out of bounds. He was already off the field. But if you've got,
but he called timeout, so it doesn't matter. He can come back. He can come in now.
Well,
that would be that. That's not what it is. Maybe he's arguing he was out of bounds. Should be a 15-yard penalty. I don't know.
No close to lady. But yeah, even if he is hurt out of bounds, Colerain is given the time for a substitution.
Or maybe that's his argument. Maybe his argument is the play clock should have been reset then.
Yeah. Or knowing Tom, he could be complaining about that formation or whatever for that field goal earlier.
So, Coach.
So second down, let's call it 13. 1:55 to third quarter.
Firebird staying with this tight formation. Boyd in motion. Looking backside screen, Cameron Goods got some space. Temujin Cachet prevents a big play.
Well, I tell you what a play by Cachet right there. There are only 2 Colerain defenders over there and about 4 blockers. He runs right through that tackle, sheds a blocker, and really doesn't wrap that well as we see right here, but heavy enough contact to take the big running back off his feet. Third down and 9.
Cachet.
Third down and 9. Ball spotted on the 42.
I've said Gaucher all year. I know. Keep
You've
correcting
said
me.
it for like 3 years,
I know.
think.
It's all me.
I know. No, we've all said it for that. Bolden takes it. He's under pressure. Got to get rid of it quickly. He's got no open man. Lloyd catches it still on his feet. He out to the 25.
He was out of bounds. He was out of bounds and came back in to make that catch. I don't know if we can see it right there. Coach Cutright is complaining about it too, and it's kind of hard to see but it looked like while the scramble, he was forced out of bounds and came back in to make the catch.
And if you're forced out, you're allowed to come back in and make first contact. So the referee must have said he's forced out.
So first big offensive play, really.
And it was really a busted play. Bolden takes it, runs right, and not much to go. Cam Robinson with the tackle.
Mitch Bolden, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't think Cameron Robinson gets enough credit. He did a lot of times. He's not making the plays, but he's that defensive lineman that's going to take up one or two two to three blockers to free up the linebackers. So it looks like they don't really have to run a play, but it looks like they're going to run one more before the half.
It's right even play clock, game clock. Bolden takes it, keeps it himself. He's met in the backfield by Mayate. Stanley fights forward. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. That will be the final play of the third quarter after 3 quarters of play here at Colerain High School. It'll be the Lakota West Firebirds 7, the Colerain Cardinals 3.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch after the play after that one. Had great weak side pressure from the Colerain Cardinals, and the couple of the offensive linemen from Lakota West are pointing fingers at each other and kind of, they say, hey, was your...
I'm not lying. This entire drive, the Cardinals are jumping on that clap.
So maybe what I said about the Middletown quarterback timing doing the same repetitive thing is happening this week? Possibly.
Also, too, we'd like to take a moment out to thank our friends at NovaCare Rehabilitation. They are the leader in physical therapy.
I mean, normally Jarman is great at timing that anyways, but it seems like the Cardinals are getting the defense. I mean, honestly, the defensive line is getting probably playing their best game of the year so far right now.
Injuries do happen, and when they do, let our friends at NovaCare's team of professionals get you back in the action. For more information, you can visit their website at www.
So it's huge right now that Colerain keeps them at least to a field goal, and really we want to stop 7-3 going into the fourth quarter.
So we start the fourth quarter, third down and call it about 7-5. What?
No.
What is the chain gang doing?
The chain gang was set up when it's third down and 1, and that is incorrect.
It should be third down and 6. I think they have it.
It should. Yeah, they need to go down the other time. It should be about at least 8.
No. Yep, they corrected it. Yeah, I could see it being. I couldn't from the angle. Yeah, that makes more sense than it's 6. Yeah, they'll pick it up and they put it. So they put it on the wrong lane. So it's third down and about 6. That makes much more sense.
Yeah, the referees kind of have a little clip on they put to the chains to mark the ball, and they somehow got 6 yards off.
Well, 5 yards off. One of the 5-yard increments is off. Bolden clears the backfield. You got to think quarterback draw. Nope, he looks screen, backside screen, and is that incomplete?
Oh, absolutely.
No. Or a fumble. They're going to call it incomplete.
Oh, yeah. He never got
Banks.
He heard footsteps even before. That ball might have been coming out of his hands before Banks came up.
This is an interesting spot. I mean, do not trust your field goal kicker?
Just to release the tight end, and he never had it going to his head.
They're going to go for it here.
Well,
I'm surprised they don't kick a field goal to make it a touchdown, especially the way the Cardinals have struggled with extra points and field goal attempts.
Well, there's not a lot of field goals made for the Lakota West. Maybe they know he kicked off both kicks into the end zone.
That's what I'm saying.
Or maybe they're going to try to draw the Cardinals off sides. Nope, they're going for it.
Go for it. Bolden looking. He's got a man wide open underneath. Stays on his feet, breaks one tackle, and he's down to the inside the 10. for a first and goal for the Firebirds.
Yeah, offensive line does their job right there, creates a very clean pocket. Crossing route, just allowed one of the linebackers to chase the first man, trailed up, little trailing crossing route there. As you see, Bolden's got all the time in the world, and that's one of the easiest throws to make between the hashes.
So first and goal for the Firebirds at their own 6. Nope, they got nothing their last trip inside the 10-yard goal to go. Handoff, keeper Bolden takes it, makes one man miss, and he's in the end zone for 6.
Yeah, this is the first time they kind of lost the outside contain right there. Colerain attacked the running back and had him fine. There was a guy out there. Bolden made him miss.
On for the extra point for West.
Big extra point forthcoming. This will make it so it'll still be a 2-score game. Honestly, the Cardinals have to go for a 2-point conversion anyways.
Tyler Bone on the kick.
Kick is up, and it is nearly blocked, but it's through. 11:23 to play. Lakota West 14, Colerain 3.
Lakota West 14, Colerain 3. Let's update you with some more varsity football.
That's huge. That takes it to 2 scores. 2 scores, and Colerain is just struggling to maintain. As I said, we've moved the ball. There's no doubt we've moved the ball, but once we get inside the 20 to 25-yard lines, we've shot our own foot.
Harrison 28, Northwest 21 in the 4th quarter.
Almost need to be sparked right now by a big return, maybe.
Something to get going. You got to get 2 scores. The Cardinals have methodically drove, but again, they just haven't been able to capitalize. I mean, up and coming to that drive, I would honestly say the Cardinals had outgained.
Oh yeah,
Lakota
they did. Yep. At halftime and even through that 3rd quarter, they had more total yards than Lakota West. That was the first really long, sustained drive by Lakota West. Their first scoring drive was on a short field. So 2 kickoffs from this Lakota West kicker. None of them have been returnable.
Jason Young is back deep just in case. Referee whistles ready for play, and the kickoff is away. This one will be fielded by Jason Young about the 2-yard line. Here's a chance to make something happen. Caught in some traffic and good defensive coverage. Keeps Young inside the 20, and the Cardinals will start deep in their own territory.
Yeah, I'm not sure if pre-kick they know going right or left, but it looked like this initial wall set up from the Colerain Cardinals had a little indecision on who they were going to block, but also give credit to the good coverage team by Lakota West. So it's 11:16 left to play in this game. Lakota West over Colerain 14-3.
In West's favor is they have the athletes to not really. Colerain's had the shots of big plays, but they get caught from behind. Jennings hands off to Flowers. Is going to power ahead, get close to the 20-yard line.
And they've had a little bit of a success with the quick little out patterns, but haven't done it enough. But when you don't have that threat down the field as a wide receiver or even as a quarterback, you become one-dimensional. It's a little bit easier on the defense to defend.
2nd down and 6 from the 20.
But as we said, this is the number 1 defense in the GMC.
Handoff Flowers through the initial gap, and he'll be close to a first down.
MJ Flowers, the ball carrier for the Cardinals.
And it will be a first down for Flowers.
It was close. I wasn't sure if they were going to give it to him on that one by the angle that I'm sitting.
Alex Safari will get another tackle, though.
Yeah, the gentleman running the stats here in the booth ran out of ink, so we really have no stats from him, but that's got to at least be 10 tackles.
He's
for
got
Safari.
it, double digits in this game, which is not uncommon against the Colerain attack. Jennings keeps it, spins, and lose about a yard in the play. and a little bit of a mock, I think, there by the. I don't know if I saw it really. I think West might have been mocking the referees by the way they celebrated there, like a polite golf clap almost. It looked like.
The gentlemanly celebration
to
mock the officials.
Yeah, we're not going to get another personal foul penalty.
So second down, he actually lost a yard on that. Second down and 11.
Right about the 25-yard line. Jennings gives Flowers. And I think this is the difference you're seeing between Lakota West and a lot of the other teams we play. I think Flowers is still going to push ahead for 6 yards, but that's 9 or 10, maybe even 20 against most of the other teams we're playing so far.
Well, and I think into this situation where Colerain the big plays came to the outside, you're up 2 scores. Clock is your best friend. Let's widen out the defense, take away the big play, and make them beat you up the middle. Colerain in the past has had a few fullbacks. I mean, Flowers is a tremendous player, but they've had guys with blazing speed, so if they got through that line, they were gone.
Jennings looks to pass. It's going to not matter the outcome of this play. Flag on the field.
Brought down by West, number 2, Alex Afari.
Afari with the tackle. It's going to be a holding call. And this is interesting. Do you take the outcome, which still leaves it at 3rd and 8, but Colerain's offense, they're going to, 4th and 10. They're going to decline it and take the down over the penalty.
Holding on Colerain, the penalties declined by West.
Yeah, so at 4th down, 6, almost 7, deep in their own territory. It's I don't know, with 8.5 minutes left, it's kind of questionable why you might take a shot at it.
It's one or the other, yeah.
Back to receive for the Firebirds. Number 1, Jair Brown.
And the bad snap, picked up, still loose, and touchdown Firebirds.
Yeah, that might close it out right there. Snap a little bit high, goes over the kicker's head. He can't cover it up. And I think, this too, you've got so many two-way players for Colerain. Are your best players going both ways getting really fatigued at this time? And it's been a physical game. It's been a defensive struggle.
Kicking will be number 49, Hannah Duncan.
But we talked about the Cardinals doing a good job but again, they're physically outmatched size-wise, and you can go toe-to-toe for a while, but eventually that size is going to grind on you. I think that was just a mistake. Kick is up. Kick is good. Firebirds 21. Cardinals 3.
In the game. Lakota West 21.
But again, it goes back to Flowers breaks that for a first down, if not more, against every other team of the GMC. That's a first down. But against this Lakota West defense.
Well, I said earlier, I mean, the guys that aren't getting their names mentioned, their safeties, their 2 deep safeties are 6'3" and 6'2". They're as big as most linebackers. They're basically playing with 8 linebackers back there. I mean, they're big guys. It's just
there's only one team that
talent.
scored on them. Let's be honest, consistently, and that was St. X, who arguably has scored on anyone they won it all year. So,
kicking off the West.
Yeah, and you don't know. Well, we don't know. Looking at it, you can get the substitution late trash score towards the end of the game. But as I said, Oak Hill's 9, Hamilton 6, Mason scored 16, and St.
X scored like 38.
31-14 to X.
Kick is away. Cardinals going to have to strike quick, and Young's going to let that roll through the end zone. There'll be a touchback. They'll take over at their own 20-yard line with 8:38 to play. Down 3 scores. I think that was a little bit of, they they probably did get a little bit of the last one, and that's in your kicker's head too. So he's so anxious that when he does have to kind of make that play, he's more likely to make a mistake. Because it was high, but it did hit him in the hands, so you at least got to knock it down.
Well, and when you're playing, he plays a lot of tight end too, so he's got the full-size shoulder pads.
Yeah. Well, he's also the backup quarterback.
He's a backup quarterback. Yeah, but he's a backup quarterback, but he's not your tall, lanky quarterback. He's built like me. He's got short little arms.
So
you can only jump so high.
Jennings goes shotgun, looking deep. He's going to have to scramble to find some space. He's got Willis all alone. No, he doesn't have him all alone. Jair Brown with the
What a
interception.
A one-on-one play, and he just beat Willis to the ball.
Yep. I mean, Willis, if Jennings sees him earlier, Willis has got it.
And there's going to be a
Penalty flag.
yeah. Brown came all the way to the Colerain bench to taunt Willis after the play here. There's multiple flags, but after the play, Brown was already to midfield, turned around, came back to the Colerain bench to taunt the players. So, yeah, these officials have had no control over this game this entire time. And it'd be interesting, what are they going to call? You can call a couple personal fouls of Colerain, but when an opposing team's player comes across the field, 5 yards from the
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't excuse the response from the Colerain.
no, absolutely not. There should be multiple on both teams.
Well, there is, because one referee doesn't have a flag or a hat.
Well, he threw it up, and that actually came down and landed, I believe, directly on Cutright. So if I'm the coach, that hat's going to disappear about now. So first, here was your replay. Brown taunts the crowd. Lakota West, he walks away, comes back. Let's see how. Celebrates with his team, and then runs towards the quarter bench, blows a kiss to Willis.
He went to come and pick up the ball, but yeah, the kiss is not going to sit well. But Willis has got to respond better than that.
And there is no video replay, so the referees are making what they see on the field their call. But I tell you what, with the threat of rain tonight, our friends here at Waycross have struggled sometimes with volunteers. And tonight, these guys, we've been lucky with the rain. They all have their rain gear up there, but what a shot to capture that.
Yep. Well, you're just following the ball.
No, but continuing the shot after the play.
He's following the ball.
Yeah.
The guy who had the ball.
Hey, how about that, though? But speaking of our volunteers, if you like what you heard tonight or like what you see, or kind of want to do it yourself or even kind of create your own program, there's lots of training programs to get, whether you're behind the mic, behind the camera, in the booth, running the replay. It's up on the screen right now, 513-825-2429 or www.waycross.tv/volunteer. We are nothing without our volunteers, so thanks for everybody here tonight, and if you help us in the future, thanks. We got basketball season coming up. There's no weather involved in basketball season. You got the best seat in the house sitting on top of the bleachers. Check them out too. There's lots of they got youth camps, so they can have you create your own show, movie. They teach you all that. And what's great about it, we've had a couple of our volunteers here at wearecolerain.com work with them. One is now the principal at Butler Tech. He worked his way up. We got, our buddy Matt is a photojournalist working for multiple news agencies around town. So
Not in town anymore.
yes. So what can become just kind of an interest that you have can turn into a career. Just volunteer.
Now, granted, Kim Hart also had to go get a PhD.
Oh, and he worked.
Or an EHD,
Yeah,
whatever it is for education. But
Yep. This is a long discussion. I like this.
Do you?
Well, ask me after we hear the outcome.
We're going to get hear it now.
So you watch Cutright, I'll watch Bolden. We'll see who has the greatest reaction. Well, they're not even discussing what time yet. Maybe they're going to talk with each coach.
He's really don't know what's going on now.
You know, there might have been words said. They're almost pointing to the Colerain bench. So that, you know, there could be a coach, a ball boy, one of the water people, trainer could have said something. A lot of happens on the sidelines there, and it's as sensitive as this crew has been tonight. So at this point, to me, even if they're wrong, referee's got to
Make a decision.
Make the call and walk away.
You're not
going to discuss it.
The head referee should be making the call right now. You have two officials there to make an explanation.
Right, and you don't need to have a conversation. This is our call, like it or not, walk away. I believe it looks like it's going to be something's happening to one of the Colerain coaches. Might have. Has he been ejected? He's got his headset off. But do you have enough penalties on either team to, where do you place the ball?
So make the explanation to cut right now. They're going to explain it to Bolden. The PA here at Colerain has played the Jeopardy song.
Oh, and if we're up here in the booth and we're looking at look at our PA guys. They are laughing in the booth up there.
Careful. I mean,
yeah.
Careful not to get a.
The biggest crowd response tonight is for the Jeopardy theme.
Response.
Well, it's a pretty. So both coaches have got the explanation. Let's see if we can lip read.
So here we go. Dead ball. Personal foul on the Cardinals. Expect it. Someone has been ejected. Dead ball, personal foul, offset. Dead ball on sportsmanlike, Colerain. Third down. Or first down.
So it looks like maybe 3 unsportsmanlike conducts
so on
Colerain.
No, it's one on. No, it was one on.
No, it was one on them.
2 on us? Okay.
3 on us. 1 led to an ejection.
And Lakota West gets it at the 30-yard.
So it is a turnover on the interception. The interception stays, but the ball gets moved 30 more yards down the field to the Colerain 30.
So first down. Lakota West at the Cardinal 30. Handoff good. Trying to find some space. Gets around the outside. He's got
it's coming back.
Still on his feet inside the 10. And Levert Jarman just kind of looked back and said, yeah, it's quite obvious. So it'll be a holding. Anderson Simpson did his best to stop Levert Jarman from getting to good, but we called for a penalty against Lakota West. So now be 1st and 20, and the worst part out of all of this
is we have 8:09 left to play. There's still a lot of time.
I mean, this game was already taking a long time with the way this is going. I mean, there's nothing to complain that the game takes a long time, but
that was a long discussion.
Yeah.
So.
Handoff good. Trying to find some space, and Jarman's got him in the backfield.
Ball carried for the Firebirds. Number 25, Cameron Goody.
Yeah, that was Goody's best run of the day. First time he's kind of got past the line of scrimmage. He's called back. Tries again there. Jarman again with another tackle. So Lakota West really in, and don't have to be in any type of hurry right now. Clock's their best friend.
Yeah.
And the scoreboard.
I only say that thing about the time because, I mean, everyone else started early, but not everyone, but a bunch of teams started early because we have storms impending. And our crew here at Waycross, they got to get cleaned up before it hits. Bolden takes it, fakes it, looking downfield. He's looking over the top, and Trent Lloyd had a hand on it, but he was not in a good position to make that catch. Throw was way behind.
Yeah, Jarman gets good pressure from the outside, beats the tackle inside. The throw is out there, and kind of a back shoulder throw, a good catchable ball, but just a little bit out of his
back
reach.
Shoulder throw, that's what you're going to call that?
I'll give the quarterback credit that he threw it there on purpose, yes.
Okay.
Have you met Grandma Bolden?
Yeah, that's true.
I say that because I grew up with the family. I've known Tom and Dan and the entire family since like the 2nd grade. So
Mitch Bolden takes the snap, looking over top, and not there. Foster in good coverage.
Yeah, absolute perfect coverage. Heading blanketed short and deep. Either way, that ball was thrown out of bounds. It wasn't even catchable.
Down.
4th down and 20. Back to kick for West will be number 13, Ben Minnick.
Alex Safari is pleading that no one's covering him, but they're going to punt the ball.
Well, kind of a short field. Colerain doesn't have anybody back yet. Late substitution.
Number 24, Jason Young.
Jason Young does make it out to the field.
Banks did a great job as that ball rolls in the end zone. Banks did a fantastic job not to run into the punter.
Well, I tell you what, the punter has got to learn here.
This is
Banks
bad.
comes through, and he does make contact with the leg. If that kicker,
punter's got to do a better job of selling a penalty.
That's what I was going to say.
Because that's at least running into the kicker.
If you get any touch at all, you've got to spin around and hit the ground.
I give credit for
I
Banks.
think you get roughing the punter if he goes
if
down.
If he falls, I mean, Banks does a good job to avoid contact as best he can, but if the punter falls, even if he didn't make contact, it looks like he made contact.
Yeah, you don't want to teach a kid to flop, but
there's a time and a place
if somebody
to flop.
can get rid of it or get away with it, it's a punter.
Yeah.
He's a kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want your quarterback, you don't want your
claim
center
that you're
doing it.
South American or Southern Italian. It's your nature as a soccer player. Jennings takes it. Quarterback draw. Short gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. I say that as Southern European and South American players are known to whine a lot in soccer. Not so much in Germany or England, but Italy, Spain, Brazil, Argentina.
6:15 left to play.
2nd and 8 for the Cardinals. Cardinals in shotgun. They got to score often and quickly and often. And pass intended for Isaiah King is just short.
Yeah, that's an inexperienced passing quarterback right there. Just tried to aim the ball. Just let it loose. He tried to finesse it and almost shot put it to him. It's tough when you're running away from your own arm.
3rd down and 9, 6:07 to play. Cardinals need to score 3 times. Gets Young in motion. Takes it, hands off, jet sweep. He's going to get work some blocking. Tries to find some space, and a good job there. Jason Young had some space, but the defenders stayed in place and just couldn't find any wiggle room to find some open field.
He had a space, but there's a good play there by Ben Minnick. As I said, the junior, 6'1", 180-pound defensive back came up and didn't make the tackle, but he took away the running lane.
So 4th down. Cardinals have to go for it down 3 scores.
I've never seen a player lose his mouthpiece more often.
And it's a pooch kick. Not going to go for it. kicks it deep to Flowers. And the Cardinals are down at the Firebird 25.
Yeah, I just saw him again as Jair Brown. And I think when he came to the sidelines, as we saw when he blew the kiss, he wasn't picking up the ball.
He was picking up the ball.
He was picking it, because I've seen him pick his he's dropped his mouthpiece at least a half dozen times.
He picked up the ball.
On that particular play? Okay, that's why I'm asking. I'm asking a question.
And I'm answering it.
Exactly.
He picked up the ball.
So down to 5:07 left to play. Colerain needing a miracle on a big play. They've done a tremendous job, other than a couple mishaps.
The defense has played lights out. I mean, let's be honest. It's not the defense's reason that they're not in this ball game right now. Takes it, hands off, Cameron Goody. Finding some space, and it'll be close to a first down, and he'll get it.
Yeah, little success the outside. This time the referees keep their flag in the pocket there. Kind of an obvious holding there. Your big tight end.
Looks like a good block.
Coming from an offensive lineman standpoint.
First down, clock under 5 minutes now. And this just kind of has the feel of the game right now, where both teams have kind of accepted the outcome and it's just going through the motions. It's just so quiet right now.
Yeah, on both sides of the stadium.
Not a lot, and Bowden takes it, keeps it running around the other end, and a good job by Dillingham to keep that side of the field. He kept contained and made the tackle.
Not a bad gain on first down, picking up about 5 yards. 4:15 left to play.
You see substitutions from the Cardinals. It's senior night, so it looks like they're trying to get some of those seniors into the game now.
Second down and 5. Ball on the 40.
Bolden. He's going to try to keep it, try to find some space. He's going to step out of bounds, but he's got enough for the first down.
Mitch Bolden, the ball carrier for West, pushed out of bounds.
Substitution in the ball game. Nathan Fry. Also in the game for this one is Draquan Burt, senior.
Bolden takes it, hands it off to Goody. He's going to find some space and the tackle in the backfield by number 54. Have to double check because they changed a bunch of numbers.
Yeah, it's Anthony Tate.
Anthony Tate.
What's up by Cardinals? Number 54, Anthony Tate.
Also, Allison Sy in the ball game. Another senior. Tay Love, sophomore in the ball game. So yes, but we're getting a whole bunch of substitutions getting in here. But before we get out of here, I've got a list here of our seniors. So special thanks. You know, we got some season left and some postseason to play, but this is their night. Didn't come out the way they wanted, but special thanks to all of our seniors.
Hand off to Goody. Going to try to find space. He's going to be short of the line of the game. It will be a third down and short.
Ball carrier for West.
So our
Jabiri pass there for the Cardinals.
Easy for you to say. So third down and 3. Play the clock down to 2:45.
Firebirds really just need one more first down.
Play clock down to 8.
Did they not get up? Timeout.
Yeah, it came from the sidelines. All right, timeout. Here comes all of our seniors. Ken Willis, Mari Shannon, Aaron Foster, Isaiah King, Temesgen Kasey, I said it right, Mihante Stanley, Xander Wynn, Jay Flowers, Jabri Pass, Jaden Folsom, Josiah Booker, Bryce Drake, Jalen Harrell, Lavert Jarman, Jay Moore, Jason Young, Alassane Sy, Draquan Burt, Ed Lockwood, Zaire Anderson, Ty Thomas, Christian Sims, Tigris Dunn, Alex Young, Eli Wilt, and Kendall Lear. Thanks again, seniors. So back to 3rd down and 3, 2:21 left to play.
Motion, Bolden. And speed option, get the pitch. Goody's going to get the first down, and look at that, and a smart move by Goody. He dives before he goes out of bounds, the clock will stay roll.
Yes, good read on the option here. They take away the quarterback, but the pitch isn't there. Nobody gets contained. Draquan Burt makes the stop, but not before Lakota West picks up the first down to the Colerain 40-yard line.
1st and 10, West, ball spotted on the 45. On the 40.
120 seconds left to play.
It's mass substitutions. Handoff, trying to find some space is Trent Lloyd. Whatever he does here, it's going to come back because of a flag.
Ball carrier for West.
Probably going to be holding as Lakota West is starting to get some substitutions in the game as well.
Yeah, Corey Myrick's going to get credit for the tackle. Spot foul, holding. Lakota West.
Holding on the Firebirds. The 10-yard penalty.
Got to take it all the way back to the Colerain 48. Still first down, but first down and 18.
I think more importantly for everyone, and we don't want to belittle this, but the clock's still rolling. I mean, the outcome's known here. Both teams just trying to get as many kids as they can into the game at this point. Actually, really surprised that Bolden is still in the game for the Firebirds. Handoff up the middle. 26 for the Firebirds. Fights for yardage. Giovanni Wilson, sorry.
Jacob Fitzgerald on the tackle. You know, it's fun when you get different rosters from different teams. Some do first name first, last name fast. The ones that bother me, I like to do when they do it in numerical order, but when they do it in alphabetical order, I can never find names when they give it to us. But
well, this one's confusing because it's last name first.
yeah, exactly.
So,
and it's been confusing all year. Kind of struggle here at even with our own our own guys. Our rosters has changed. Different guys wear different jerseys
lining
week to week.
Up here, the last play of the game is Dakota West takes a knee. The clock can roll out. So, as the clock strikes 0, we are final here at Colerain High School. The Lakota West Firebirds defeat the Colerain Cardinals 21-3. So for everyone here at Waycross, I'm Brandon Wyatt with Brian Wyatt. Thank you for listening to Colerain Football on Waycross Community Media.
Have a safe drive home. Good night.